everyone, welcome back to our HTML tutorial series. Today we are diving into one of the most important concepts in modern web development, that is HTML5 semantic elements. If you have ever wondered how to make your code more meaningful and accessible, this is the video for you. So let's get started. Okay, so before HTML5, developers used to generate tags like division, span for everything. But in HTML5, while they worked, they did not tell us everything about the content inside them in division and span. Okay, but in HTML5, it is introduced semantic elements tags that clearly describe this meaning and purpose of both the browser and the developer. So think of this way, instead of saying this is a container, semantic elements say this is a header, this is navigation, this is footer, and like this. Okay, so this way we have describing everything to browser what we are defining. Okay, so for that reason it is important in HTML5. Okay, let's get started. Let's start with a header element. So the header tag represents the top section of your page or article. It typically contains your logo or site title or navigation or main navigation. Okay, here is a simple we'll go through simple example for header. So and navigation is also, it defines a navigation menu, and section represents a thematic grouping of content what we represent in the body, and footer defines the bottom section of the page. Okay, so like this we'll understand one by one. So first one is the header part. So this is the simple code for header my website learning HTML5 semantic elements. Okay, so notice how clear this is. Anyone reading your code immediately knows this is a header section of your website, right? So like this we are going to define navigation. Okay, so navigation element, so this defines the navigation menu containing links or to other sections or pages of your website. Okay, so here how it looks. You can see anchor tags. We have used three different menus we defined. So the navigation tag nav. Here is the nav, right? So nav tag makes it crystal clear that these links are for navigation. This is especially helpful for screen readers used by visually impaired users, making your websites more accessible. Okay, so the next section is section. Okay, so the next part is section. So section element represents the thematic grouping of content. So think of it, it's like a theme. One theme you can create as a section. Okay, so like this you can differentiate each themes in your web page. So for that reason it call it as a thematic grouping of content. Think of it like chapters in a book or different topics on your page. Okay, so here is the example. You can see section, welcome section h2. So remaining all content it goes into this section, home section. So like this you can create about section, sorry, home section, and about right side you can see the about section code, home section code. We can differentiate it separate styling for each theme, home section, about section, and all. So next is contact section. So you can see here home section code we have written, about section code we have written. So here nothing is there, simple h2 h3 paragraph. Here welcome section, introduction, this is your home. In about section, so this is about, so about ourselves we define in about section. So next is the contact. So contact section, the content we are displaying here, contact information, phone number, email address. So the output you are seeing here, right? Here you can see the output. So the HTML5 element section. So this is the navigation, home, about, contacts. Here we does not have any CSS part. So for that reason it looks plain for you. Okay, so this is welcome section. So in this welcome section we have defined introduction and the content, and about section also same, and contact section. So contact section we did not return the code. So try to do your own by yourself. I'll give 5 minutes. Try to do this code. So whatever the content here will come, so just phone number. So you are entering with a paragraph, phone number, phone should be bold, and email should be bold, address should be bold. So remaining thing is a normal paragraph content. Okay, that you added in the contact form. Okay, so this you try, pause the video for 2 minutes and try this one. Okay, so later on I will show you in the practical sections. Okay, so then compare with your code. Okay, so next HTML5 semantic elements is footer. So footer part will be look like this. You can see lastly 25 my website built Abhiyantriks. So this is from footer. So this we defined in the footer part. So every semantic element describes what they are going to explain, what they are going to display in the user. Okay, so this is about semantic elements. Okay, let us move on to the practical section. So with the VS Code, I will explain you briefly with the practical section of this code. Okay, so let us move on to the VS Code. Open the VS Code. Okay, let us start with a practical example. Here is the code for basic boilerplate of HTML. Let us start with the HTML5 semantic elements one by one. So just instead of document, I'll change the title semantic. Okay, so in body, we are going to define header. First one is header. So nothing you are getting a semantic element come right. So header. So inside header, I'm going to define something like this. H1 my website, right? So this is H1 paragraph learning HTML5 semantic elements. So this is header part. That's it. Just refresh the code. You can see here. So you can see the output my websites learning HTML5 semantic element. This is header part. Okay. So now let us move on to the navigation part. Okay. So for that one we are using the nav tag. Okay. So inside this nav tag I am going to define three different navigations. So for that one href is equal to we are using hash home because single page navigation we are using. Okay. So it will take you to that particular navigation. I'm going to close here. So next home we close, then a. So just I'll copy this link. Home. So this is about contact. Okay. Navigation bar closed. So next we'll create the section for home page. So home page section we are going to create section. So if we define id is equal to home, see here. So I define home, so it will take you to this section. Okay. So home, then close. Okay, inside this section I'm going to define h2. So h2 this welcome section. We'll define welcome home section. Let me use article tag here. Okay, so what this article tag will tell is, okay, so why I have used article tag here is the article element represents the independent self-contained content that could stand alone, like blog post, news articles, forum post, or product cards. Perfect example for an article. Okay, so articles can exist within the sections and you can have multiple articles in a single sections. So this is for uniquely means separately identified content in the section part. Okay, for that reason I am using here. So inside article I am using h3. I'm closing this h3. Introduction. Okay, next is paragraph. This is your home. This is your home page. So that's it. That's it for this section. The same way I'll create about section. Then contact section. Okay. So in about section we'll change it to about. Okay, so here instead of home section, about section. So in about section we are going to write our mission. So this web page is designed for learning. So just we are adding this web page is designed for learning. Okay, this web page is designed for learning. So that's it. About section. Okay, contact section. Okay, I'll create. So instead of we'll create contact. Okay, right, home contact section. So contact details will give details. So here we can give instead of article, I'll use paragraph. Okay, paragraph. Okay, inside paragraph is bold tag. So inside bold, phone. Okay, after this one, just I'll add some phone numbers. You can add any phone numbers here. So same way, I'll create one more paragraph and one more paragraph. So this is for email. So we'll add email address. Beyond. Okay, phone number, then we'll change it to address. So we'll add address. It's in Davangere. Okay. So we have missed one more thing, that is footer part. So footer just will add one paragraph and present copy. So when we created this website, so those things we write it in footer section, right? So 2026 my page. Okay. So this is about all sections. Just refresh this one. You can see here, right? If I click home, if I click about content, it is showing you. So just like this, it is going to create. So now you can see all the things comes in a single page. Okay. So just I'll take some paragraph here. Take some. You can get the internet. Lauren Ibsen. Lauren Ibsen content you can search in the internet. Okay. Lauren Ibsen content you can search. So there is a content you can copy in any websites. If it doesn't have the any information, so just you can use this information. Okay, simply unwanted information we cannot able to put, right? So this Lauren Ibsen content you can put in your websites or in your web pages. Just I'll copy here one paragraph. So now it's done. We'll see the output. So if I refresh, the content is coming like this. Now if I click contact, it will automatically take you to contact. Okay, if I am here, if I am click home, it is home page. This is the home, right? Welcome is home. If I click about, it will take you to about section. This is about. If I click contact, it will take you to contact page. Okay. So just to simply same example, I'll copy this paragraph, and if you use section with the ID, it will work like this. Okay. So just I will paste the same thing, refresh. So the page will be larger, right? So now I'll refresh. If I click home, so just it will show you home page. So if I click about, it will take you to about section. So if I click contact, it will take you to contact. So this way, so content is going to display in a single page. Let us see this example. So it is having a header part. Okay, so next navigation. So next one is home section and about section and services section. So and contact section. See this web page. So nothing, we added the similar things only. So this is the heading. Okay, so this is navigation. So this is welcome page, home page. Okay, if we click about section will come. So if I click services, service section will come. So if I click contacts, the contact section will come. Okay, so it looks very attractive, interactive, right? So these are all added with the animations. See here, we added CSS animations. So once you learn CSS, so you can understand these things better. Okay, learn CSS, then it's easy. I will share this code with you so you can practice with this one, and so you can implement your own stylings with the CSS semantic elements. Okay, so I think now you have understood about CSS semantic elements and what is the main use of the CSS elements. We'll see now. Okay, the main benefits of using semantic elements: improved accessibility. Screen readers can better understand your page structure and help to visually impaired users navigate your site, and better SEO. Second point, better SEO. So I will explain later after completing this section. Next section is the SEO part. Search engines like Google understand your content better, potentially improving your search rankings. And next one is clear code. Your HTML becomes self-documenting. New developers can quickly understand your page structure. So next point is easier maintenance. When you come back to your code after months or year, you will immediately know what each section does and what each section is going to do. Okay. So this is the main important thing we are using the semantic elements. Next one is future proof. Semantic HTML is the web standard and will continue to be supported. Okay, so this way you are going to use HTML semantic elements. So this is the main point we are using HTML semantic elements. Okay, so some of the mistakes also there. So using header for every heading, it's remember header is for page or a section header. So this will be difficult for every page. So for that one, we are making a combined header page. So separate header page and linking to the common web pages. So this will learn with the next steps. Okay. So common header footer we have to create for every pages. So that will appear on the every page, just linking that header and footer pages. Okay, understood. So I think today you learned the best part of HTML. So you have understood these topics, practice the things and apply your own styling. So then you will able to perfect these things. Okay, so that's it for today's class. Happy coding.